Good afternoon, I'm Brian Reagan. This is
Tyler Kelly.
And we welcome you to our midday meditation. Today we're in Luke chapter 12, verses 13 through 21. Tyler?
Then one of the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." But he said to him, "Man, who made me a judge or an arbiter over you?" Or arbitrator, whichever. And he said to them, "Take heed and beware of covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of the things he possesses." Then he spoke a parable to them, saying, "The ground of a certain rich man yielded plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, since I have no more room to store my crops? So he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there I will store all my crops and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have many goods laid up for many years. Take your ease, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "Fool, this night your soul will be required of you. Then whose will those things be which you have provided? So is he who lays up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God."
All right. A couple things with this one. First of all, guy came to Jesus, wanted Jesus to intervene in an issue of inheritance. And Jesus's response, "Friend who made me or who sent me to be a judge or an arbiter or arbitrator over you." The fact is, Jesus didn't have legal authority under the law of Moses to judge anything. It amazes me the number of people that are supposed to be Christian, that they've read the New Testament numerous times, and they think that Jesus had the authority to be a judge. He didn't. Jesus had no judgeship type authority on these kinds of matters. This is why in John chapter 7, verse 53 through 8:11, where Jesus is at the temple in the treasury area, outside area of the temple, and they bring him the woman that they caught in adultery. They're like, "What should we do?" You know, and some people see Jesus couldn't have judged it. Jesus wasn't a judge. The law of Moses had very specific guidelines for who was a judge. Jesus wasn't a judge. And just like with that situation, with the woman taken in adultery, if what they accused had actually been legit, they would have taken it in front of the judges only long enough to get the ruling so that they could go to the Romans and get permission to put her to death. Because the law of Moses was clear. If you catch, and you say, "But they didn't have the man," there you go. See, Jesus didn't have to judge anything. The whole situation was hinky. That's a technical word, meaning skewed, sideways, wrong, false, lying, deceptive. Well, this guy, he wants more money. But if there's two brothers, Tyler, what's the split on say, $9,999,000, $999.99?
The older brother gets basically everything.
No. The older brother would get $6,666,666.66. That's how it would work. And the younger brother, well, he'd get a third. But the older brother always got
bigger chunk, the
51% plus. However it had to work out, he always got the lion's share. And so here again, there's nothing for Jesus to judge. That's why Jesus is like, "Who made me a judge? Why are you even bringing this to me? This isn't my realm. You have judges. If the inheritance isn't right, you need to go to them." But he addresses it because he knows what? The guy's issue is covetousness, greed. And he brings out a parable that people, you name it. But listen to what Jesus says about what God says. Fool. Fool. This very night your life will be demanded of you. And God's the one who asked this question. And then whose shall those things be which you have prepared, or which you have said, who's it all going to be? It's not yours. You're a fool. You're dead. And that's where Jesus leads into the whole thing about what we trust in. Some people use this to go, see, he was wrong, he shouldn't have built big. No, there was nothing wrong with him building bigger barns. But what was his goal? What was the man's goal in this account that Jesus gives us? What did the guy say he wanted to do, Tyler?
That part at the end, eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah. He wanted to quit working, which if he quits working and his farm quits working and all he's doing is holding commodities until he gets a good high price for them, then there's other people without jobs and. There's all kinds of stuff that kicks into motion on this. And the guy has one goal: gratification of his flesh. That's it. The number of people that are supposed to be Christian people that I've met throughout my lifetime. I'm not just talking since I went back into full-time preaching. I'm talking throughout my life. Yeah, brother, the only thing I want to do is get enough money laid up so the end of the day comes where I don't have to work and I can go do whatever I want. Have you read the book? That's exactly what the rich man said here in this parable. Oh, no, brother, you know what I mean. No, because if you didn't intend to say that your main desire is to acquire enough wealth so that you can spend it all to satisfy your flesh, to do what you want to do, and nobody else can tell you what to do before you die, then you explain it to me. Well, I'm still going to give. I'm still going to give to the Lord when I'm in town where there's churches and stuff, brother. I have no doubt this dude probably tithed.
Doesn't say anywhere he didn't.
But his goal wasn't to think about anything with God. His goal was to satisfy himself. What that sounds like in a lot of places. Preacher, tell me, I'm coming to you with this problem. I know what the Bible says. I don't need to hear what the Bible says. Tell me something so I know how to deal with this. Yeah, see, when you hear people say, I don't care what the Bible says about that. I know what the Bible says. I don't need you to tell me what the Bible says. I'm not looking for that. Okay. Same issues. Same issues. We have to watch out. Any other thoughts on this one, my brother?
No, sir.
All right, with Adam Brian Reagan, this is
Tyler Kelly.
We welcome you to come back tonight at 7 o'clock. Our Wednesday night Bible class, Bringing People to Jesus, being hosted by Brother Gene Black, and one of our deacons. We'll look forward to seeing you then.